Do you find it hard to forgive yourself? If you're into self-help, you have probably heard about the concept of self-forgiveness. When we forgive ourselves for our past mistakes, judgments, our limiting beliefs, and can deeply love and accept ourselves, we get to unlock our superpower. This freedom opens up new possibilities in our health, wealth, and relationships. In this episode, we'll be diving into a powerful tool that can help you break free from self-judgment and accept yourself fully. We'll explore how tapping, or EFT, can be your secret weapon. Inspired by the transformative work of the ultimate coach, Steve Hardison, and the creation of what he calls the document, I'll share how tapping can help you release limiting beliefs and help you access your inner wisdom. This will guide you to what's more true about you than your self-judgments. When you're finally ready to create your document after releasing deeply held limiting beliefs, it will be a powerful compass by which you live your life fully. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Rani. I'm a mental wealth coach and holistic psychiatrist. I help you unlock your exceptional brilliance and become the best version of yourself. I'd like to begin by introducing you to Steve Hardison, the ultimate coach. But calling him a coach is an understatement. Steve Hardison has a way of seeing the greatest possibility for people way beyond what most people would think is possible for them or even probable. He has worked with prominent figures from coaching and self-help industries, including Ian LaVanzant, Michael Neal, Rich Litvin, and several others. People fly in from all walks of life and all around the world to work with him. Now, if you haven't read the Ultimate Coach book yet, please do yourself a favor and get your copy today. The book is also known as the Book of Being. I have read it 4 times already, and every time I read it about me, I have a profound shift in my way of being. This book has the potential to transform your life if you read it about you. Now, there is a specific way to read the Book of Being. Read the back page first and the front 2 pages before you start reading the book. Say you stop reading the book, take a break, and return to the book again. Do the same. Read the back page first and the front 2 pages again before you proceed to read the book. This is to ensure that you ground yourself and read the book about you and not Steve Hardison. At this point, you might be thinking, hang on, why are you telling me all about Steve Hardison? What about a powerful tool to break free from self-judgment? I'm glad you asked. Here's why. Steve leads his clients through a powerful process of creating their personal internal commitment, which he calls the document. We all have a default document, which is a series of I am statements by which we operate. Common examples are, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, or I'm an angry person, I'm an anxious person, I'm lacking in self-confidence. Now imagine living life believing and internalizing these lines of your negative default document every single day. Now please know that you might not do this consciously, but it's happening unconsciously. Very innocently, you could be misusing the power of thought to create a life that you're not enjoying at the moment. In the Ultimate Coach book, there's a chapter on the document which will give you a better idea. Creating a document is not the same as simply changing the negative I am statements to positive affirmations or positive I am statements. Deep work around self-forgiveness first. Now this video is not about how to create your new document or your personal internal commitment, as Steve calls it. This video is about freeing yourself from the judgments you have about yourself through the power of tapping or emotional freedom techniques. I'll guide you through a simple tapping routine, showing you how to connect with your body to release limiting beliefs like I'm not good enough and cultivate more self-love and acceptance. Next, you're going to see a tapping video I recorded some time ago. Come and join me and let's do some tapping together. What I'm sharing will become clearer as you practice a bit of tapping with me. Hey, Rani here. I'm a transformation coach and a holistic psychiatrist. The reason I wanted to do this video is I know many people who have been inspired by Steve Hardison's work and the role of document in creating the best version of ourselves. I know that many people are inspired by that, and the creation of the document is very powerful. And I know that some people have been struggling with the self-forgiveness bit, even including myself. Like at the beginning, this is why it took me about 6 months before I felt aligned to the final document. I used to be a tapping emotional freedom techniques trainer. I loved it so much that I became a trainer. I had a lot of personal breakthroughs while using tapping, and always found that the self-forgiveness comes easier when we do the work. Tapping is a really good way of letting go of judgment. Now, I don't do it as a therapy. I don't take people back to the past. What I use it for is more like a grounding tool. I thought it might be useful for people to know how they can really anchor or just feel that they can live the document from the heart rather than from the intellect. This is a practice that I hope will help you. And how I'm going to use it is by just pointing you to how I would use it myself. So the first thing we would do is a generic round of tapping for you to get used to this. Can I invite you to have a type of listening where even though you might have done tapping in the past, or even though you might have some reservations, you're curious as to how this might help you, not just create your document, but also live your document. I want you to come with that kind of listening. We can do this together. While you're watching me, you can just follow my instructions as to how to create a space of deep connection with oneself during tapping so that we can look at acceptance and self-forgiveness. Quickly share what the tapping points are. The commonest one is the one just underneath the little finger on the side of the palm. All you need to do is gentle tapping. And you can do either hand. Because I'm right-handed, I'm going to use my right hand for tapping. This is a common place to tap. The next point we are going to tap on is at the top of the head where the hair goes a bit fluffy. You can tap very gently as if there are raindrops falling on your head. So this is the second point. Third point is in the beginning of the eyebrow. So you can take 2 fingers from both hands and put it at the beginning of the eyebrow on the bone. We are going to tap here. The next point is on the side of the eye, so here, and then finally under the eye. So not on the cheek, just above. So if you can see this, we are just following the the eye socket bone the way. Then under the nose, chin point. The chest point is quite easy. This is the clavicle, so just underneath the clavicle where is a space. So you're going to tap there. You can just tap this way if you like, or you can just tap under the clavicle and the space between the ribs, and then under the arm. And then you're going to take a deep breath in, hold your breath, and release through your mouth. So let's do this and see what comes up. Let's do a bit of generic tapping about judgment, because the whole process of self-forgiveness is because we are judging ourselves. If we didn't judge ourselves, we didn't need to forgive ourselves. So let's do this round of tapping about judgment, judging ourselves. And you can just follow me. You can just repeat what I've said, and let's have some fun. Okay? And the setup phrase is something like even though, and the negative, and in the I, and then we say something which is affirming. So even though, and you can repeat after me, even though I have all these judgments, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I know many people find it very hard to say love and accept myself, and that's something that the less judgment we have, the more openly and honestly we can say I love and accept myself. So let's give it another try. Even though I'm doing this tapping thing, and I'm not sure it's going to help me with self-judgment or creating my document. Who knows? But in this moment, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. We are going to repeat this one more time. It's called a setup statement, but you can see that I'm changing it all the time depending on what's happening, what words are coming to me. Even though I wish I would stop judging myself and other people, but I keep judging myself anyway, and other people. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So now we are going to tap on here. I wish I could stop judging myself. I wish I would stop being so hard on myself. Why do I keep judging myself? Why can't I just love myself all the time? I want to leave my document. I've created my document, and I would love to leave my document. I would love to be the highest version of myself, but I can't seem to. I'm open to the possibility that the judgments can fall away, that I can release these judgments. These are just judgmental thoughts. They come and go. They do not define me. And I know that I'm deeply okay. And take a deep breath in, hold and release. So this is a very generic tapping round. We did 2 rounds to just give an idea of what is possible with tapping. So what happens, and you will notice that we get quieter, the mind gets quieter. And from this place, creation is easier. If you have not yet written your document and you are looking at self-forgiveness, this could be a very gentle way of doing self-forgiveness, starting with, just admitting, acknowledging that we judge ourselves. So I know this is not the same as working one-to-one with a coach who is grounded in this understanding and can help with the tapping. So if you're watching and you think, I have a lot of stuff, I'm not sure I can forgive easily, you might need someone for sure, a coach. So don't try to do this practice by yourself. I would say definitely go and look for someone. And I'm very happy to have a chat if I can be of any help to you. But for now, let's go back on how I would be doing this if I were starting right from scratch, or even if I have started, and how to leave my document. So we did a 2 rounds on the judgment, and now we are going to look at a belief. So as you know, when you're creating the personal inner commitment, you are looking at all the I am statements that's negative, that's like not who you are. And I'll take a very common one that I used to have for a very long time. And the belief I had was, I am blank, not good enough. And I can't tell you how many people I have come across over the years of being a coach as well as psychiatrist, where people that's the underlying belief, I'm not good enough. So that is one to clear for sure. So when you identify which one you want to tap on, say, I'm not good enough. And so what I would say is, just close your eyes and just experience the emotion that comes with the feeling, I'm not good enough. And also check beforehand, like, how much do you believe in it? Like on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is I absolutely know I'm not good enough, to like 0 is like I am magnificent. That's 0. No doubt about it. That's 0. Where on the scale would you fall? Like, is it 5? Is it 4? Is it 6? So pick a number. Like, what's the belief about I'm not good enough? This might take quite a few rounds, but this is the beauty of working on the document, being very gentle, slowing down. So there's no rush to create something. It's important to look at the self-forgiveness bit. So say you identify as like, okay, 6. Okay, 6, I'm not good enough, because I know in some areas I'm good, but in some areas I really feel like, I'm stupid or whatever. So now that you have identified the belief, you need to close your eyes and look at what's the emotion that comes up when you believe this thought that I am not good enough. And say you have frustration, say you have that feeling of frustration and you're feeling it right now. And then most people might say, well, it's somewhere in my chest area. And so what I would do is that I would really slow down and ask people to describe the frustration. Now, what does frustration look like to you when you have this belief that I'm not good enough? So does it have a color? Like, is it heavy? Does the chest feel heavy? And what color is it? Is it moving? Is this like it's on one side? So I'll just use as much description as possible, so that the main intention is so that people really connect to their body, really connect to their physiological symptoms around their belief and the emotion attached to it. So let's say the frustration, the frustration it has a yellow color, for example, and it's again 6 out of 10. Feeling frustrated. So we are going to do a round of tapping, and to tap away this energy, because it's all energy. And when we are really living a document, the energy is beautiful, it's like a higher vibe. And when we have energy like frustration, like hiding away, it definitely dampens our energy, and it also dampens who we are being. So we are having low level living. So let's do a round of tapping to just release that frustration. Okay. So again, this is very generic, and I would go more specific, but just for the sake of this video, I'm doing it so that you understand how to go about it yourself. Okay, so we start the frustration, and when you're tapping, just tap and experience the touch of the fingers on the other part of your body wherever you're tapping, because the point of tapping is not to be intellectual, but to really just go down to your body and just experience the present moment. Okay, so if you can repeat after me, even though I feel this frustration and I can feel it in my chest, or whatever emotion it is for you, or wherever you can feel it, you can just say that. I deeply and completely love and accept myself, even though I feel quite frustrated. It's a 6 out of 10. And I don't like this belief that I'm not good enough. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though loving myself does not come easy when I'm judging myself. I acknowledge myself for being honest, and I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I can feel it in my chest. I know that I'm deeply okay. And I choose to love and accept myself. Releasing this frustration, releasing this negative energy. It's stuck energy. It's not who I am. And I choose to release it. I don't have to release it all now, but I am willing to release it. Letting go of this frustration. Letting go of this belief that I'm not good enough. I choose to forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough. I choose to forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough. And touch this point between the little finger and the ring finger. Take a deep breath in, hold and release. And just check in with yourself. Just see what's happening in your body. And invariably by this time, people seem to calm down. They just feel quiet. The mind has cleared. And they are in the present moment. And in this space, this beautiful space, it is a good time to look at the line I am and repeat it 3 times and see what happens, what is more true. So people who have heard Steve Hardison talk and heard people like Ankush Jain talk, you know that is when you're doing this process of self-forgiveness, it's about repeating like the line, I forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough, for example. And that one you repeat 3 times, and then for what is more true, and then you see what comes out. So let's try this now. I forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough. I forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough. I forgive myself for judging myself that I'm not good enough. For what is more true is that I'm a beautiful creation of God. And just see whatever came out from your mouth, like what is more true is that, and see how that resonates with you. And check in. And then go back to the I'm not good enough and see if it has the same number, like it was a 6 to begin with, and see if it's still true or not. Because from the place of now, from the place of groundedness, from the place of connecting to deeper wisdom, we know that that is not true, those limiting beliefs about ourselves, and something beautiful comes out. And as that, repeat that line and see how it resonates with you. And if a line resonates with you, then that is your document line. And so you can use any of the statements you have got which is really affecting you, like that's the negative document you have been carrying all your life with your conditioning. The tapping definitely allows you to get grounded, get quiet, and from that place look at forgiveness and create what you want to create. So the creation is, for what is more true, is that I am, and then say it out. And once you have created your document and you feel that you want to embed it and you want to leave your document, tapping again is a beautiful, beautiful, gentle tool to just embed it. And every time you think that, oh, I made that mistake again, said I was not going to do it and have done it, forgiveness, come back to tapping. If it's not easy, if it's easy, that's great. But if something is really bothering you and you feel that you want to release it, you can use this one. So I hope this has been useful, and do let me know if you would like me to explain a bit more, or do let me know if you would want to have a one-to-one session with me to clear something that you feel stuck with in this process of creating your document. But thank you for watching this, and I wish you well. I hope you enjoyed this video and tapping along with me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and do subscribe to my channel for more rich contents like this. Whether you're just starting your personal growth journey or looking to deepen your practice of self-forgiveness, I hope you found this episode packed with actionable insights. And remember, this video is only a taster about what's possible for you. We didn't have a chance to go deep. Now, if you're ready and would like some one-to-one coaching with me and personalized support, do reach out to me. If you're not ready yet, that's fine too. Do watch this video as many times as you need to, and do grab a copy of the Ultimate Coach book today. And there's also the concentrated version of the book if you want to read the shorter version. See you in the next video.